Most of you are not going to make it in the cryptocurrency market. I'm sorry, but it's true. This market's not kumbaya. We're not all going to perfectly get rich together, achieve the maximum profits, sell the perfect top at the exact time for the most money possible. Absolutely not. This market is chaos. It is a player versus player market, and most of you are going to lose at that game for a variety of reasons. The odds are stacked against you in so many ways. There's hacks, there's scams, there's whale games, there's influencers, there's VCs, there's insider deals, there's shitty token drops, there's lack of hype, there's news driven volatility, giga brain chads that outperform you in their research and at a technical skill level, and the dumb apes that are just too damn stupid, have too much of a low IQ, and they make more insane risk reward bets and they outperform you. They win. But this crypto bull run, despite all of that, will create massive wealth for about 1 in 10 of you. And you can put yourself in that 1 in 10 winning category of investors. So here are 3 ways broadly to play the market to try to do that, because I want you to win. I want you to have that financial freedom and sail away on the yacht with the wife and the kids and all that stuff, okay? Number 1, just play it safe. Most of you are going to underperform just buying and holding a limited portfolio of top coins. It's true. Hard to hear, but it's true. For example, portfolio of like 20% Bitcoin, 20% Ethereum, 10% Solana, 10% Chainlink, 10% AVAX, maybe 10% each into something like Render, Dogwoof Hat, and Mantle, for example. This is all top 50 stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing controversial, no tricks, no rotating around every week to new narratives, no chasing the hot new thing, no farming, no trading. Just buy and hold these 8 coins. That's it. It's a small enough number of coins you can easily keep track of it. And yet it gives you a good exposure to a wide range of chains and narratives and earning potential. 10K into such a portfolio will probably turn into 100K by the end of the bull run. And all you need to do is not fuck it up. All you need to do is hold, not get shaken out every time there's a 20, 30% dip in the market. You can hold that till 100K, you're going to do good. If you have limited time in the market, or you just can't handle the stress and the BS, then such a portfolio might not be a bad idea. And just an example, by the way, I'm not saying to exactly do that. Obviously, it's just an example, okay? Not financial advice. But a portfolio like that's probably going to outperform most of the market participants. It doesn't need to be complicated, but most of you will make it complicated. I get it. Because at the end of the day, you want more. A 10x return in crypto is buying and holding some stuff and not thinking about it. That doesn't sound exciting enough. Which leads me to the next option, plugging yourself into the freaking matrix. You need to believe that you are Neo. You are the one, okay? You are the exception. You're not the rule, okay? You will outperform the market. You are a genius. You will play the game. You will not just play a game, you will win the game, and dramatically so. Now, before I break down this investor style, and it's a very interesting one, I just want to let you know about the Wealth Mastery newsletter. It's my weekly newsletter. And look, I know how it is. Life's busy, okay? You got the dog, you got the wife, you got the kids, you got the job, all that stuff. But shit, you still want to make some money in the cryptocurrency markets? We got you, man. We got you. Let my team of researchers and I help you out. We spend 40 plus hours a week researching, diving deep, finding the hottest opportunities, the latest narratives in the market. We're talking about altcoins and airdrops and DeFi and charts and much, much more. You can join our 125,000 plus weekly readers for free by using the link down below or over on the pinned comment on X. Okay, so plugging into the matrix. You're the plugged in investor. You are the guy, okay? You're the guy who looks at the market as a playground of opportunity. Your capital is mercenary. You have no loyalty to any chains, assets, communities, any of that bullshit. Your job is to find and trade trends and to do it as early as possible. You're in those chat groups. You're in those alpha groups. You're hunting for the next hot meme coin, the next hot narrative or trend or big thing or big chain. Where is the market moving? Wherever it is, you're going to be early and you're going to be long and you're going to be strong. You're going to make that money. You're going to flip that money into the next one. And again, and keep compounding. You're looking to get regular 5 to 10x moves and compound them continually. You're working day and night. Crypto is your obsession. You're here 10, 12 hours a day. You barely sleep. The potential here for gains is massive. But the question you need to ask yourself is it really worth it? And how much will you actually outperform the guy in example 1? Because this option is definitely super time intensive, definitely on the borderline obsessive end. And it's also the higher risk option. Many might even play this game and they're going to get so cocky after a few wins, they're going to hand all their gains right back to the market because they fail to manage the risk, never take any money out of the market. They keep betting more and more and more. They get hacked, they get fished, they bet too much and lose, whatever it might be. You want to win, okay? This requires a very strong mind and an ability to dispassionately view the market, which very few have. And the third way to make money is to find ways to exploit the market. Now, what do I mean by exploit the market? I mean by being clever, by being an intelligent investor. Now, this can be actually a much less time-intensive strategy than what I was just talking about, but does still require you to do research and to take risks, but more calculated risks versus the guy in example 2 who makes much riskier, fast-paced moves. That's the intent of that kind of style. But here are some examples of what I'm talking about to give you an idea. You're looking at, for example, beta plays. So the guy number 1, he's all top tier plays. For example, this guy, you want to look at, you like Solana, you buy Jupiter. Yeah, Solana's still going to put in nice gains, but Jupiter will almost certainly do bigger percentage gains. So if Solana goes up 5 or 6x, then Jupiter's probably going to go up 10 or 20x. This is what beta plays are all about. You find the top plays in the top ecosystems. The two biggest areas of interest for me here would be exchanges like Jupiter and Aerodrome, particularly the biggest, hottest narrative, Solana and Base right now. You might look other places like Mantle, Avalanche, Sui, for example, and of course, meme coins, Foxy and Brett, for example, who are leaders on their chains. In this same category can be the gigabrain investor, i.e., you have some technical advantages over other market participants, or basically you're willing to put in the work because most people are lazy and don't put in the work. For example, buying Bitcoin runes on day 1 was a pain in the butt. Investors who overcame those limitations were able to be early to that hot narrative, earlier than 99% of the market, when other people wouldn't even touch it because it was too hard. If you were willing to put in the work when it was a bit harder, then you could benefit from that. And there are many such inefficiencies all the time in the market. You just have to look at the water the way that it is, not the way you want it to be. Okay, you can also make interesting uses of your capital. For example, if you have a bunch of Ethereum, you can use it to farm airdrops. And yes, I know some recent airdrops have been lame, but you can still make money in airdrops. Equally, there are great opportunities in DeFi to take that Ethereum and put it in some different protocols. Obviously, now that's risk-free. Protocols get hacked. You can lose all your money like that. Crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. By the way, full risk statement as well as portfolio disclosures in the YouTube description and pinned comment next. So you're taking more risk for more potential reward here compared to guy number 1. But also, there's even a way to play it a bit simpler than all that stuff. Look, guy 1, he's got his big cap coins, right? And they can do pretty well while taking lower risks. But this investor here, putting in more work, doing a bit more, right? You can actually almost exclusively look at mid-cap coins and do really, really well and outperform guy number 1. It's a risk-reward calculation, right? But you might even do better than guy number 1. You can buy 10 coins, nothing in the top 100. Ideally, the focus would be on coins with a market cap lower than $500 million, but you don't want to go anything like insanely risky. So maybe we're just looking at down to like $50 million market cap range. There's actually some really solid coins in that zone. That gives you potential for 20x plus gains. So you're going to outperform guy number 1, probably outperform guy number 2 as well. But again, you're taking bigger risks and nothing is certain. Guy number 1 has more certainty that he's going to get those gains versus this particular kind of investor. And look, all of us are probably doing a bit of all this. I have most of my portfolio in no stress, long-term bucket, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink kind of stuff. But I play the game. I look for ways to extract money from the market via airdrops and different stuff like that. I'm big into beta plays. I'm big into mid-cap altcoins, low-cap degenerate altcoins sometimes. Most of you will probably be the same, but do contemplate about everything that I've just said here and evaluate if what you are doing actually fits your goals. Because no matter how you approach this, you will need to keep the following in mind. You need to understand the rules of the game, because here's the harsh truth. When the euphoria kicks in and there is massive flood of new money, new retail buyers coming into the market, those people, and I want you to listen to this and understand this, those people are your exit liquidity. That might sound harsh, but it is true. These are the rules of the game. I don't make the rules. You don't have to hate the player. Hate the game if you must, but that is the game. It's how the game is played. You're buying low so you can sell high later. The harsh truth is that most investors have no idea what they're doing, and they only come in late and they buy at the highs when the market's massively overheated. There's only one way to consistently win in this market, and that is to buy low. No matter which of those three strategies you're applying, buy low, then sell high later. Broadly speaking, the market is still low. There have been some epic opportunities recently, of course, to buy the huge market dip. There could be more opportunities. But at some point in the not so distant future, markets are going to have the next leg up. There will be a massive pump again. Most of that money that comes in during that phase will flood in to buy the local top and then sell the local bottom as we grind higher and higher to a final cycle peak. And people will do it again and again and again, making all the wrong calls until the bear market comes. If you don't believe me, remember we had $1 billion of Bitcoin ETF inflows when the price was $73,000. Zero, literally zero, when the price was $63,000 a few weeks later. And then money started flowing out when Bitcoin hit $57,000. People started panic selling at a loss. This is who you're playing against. And yes, when the time comes, you will need to sell. You will. There are many ways to do that. You can take profits in steps on the way up. You can try to perfectly time the top or miss the top and get out before shit gets really bad and hits the fan with still some really good profits in hand. But no matter how you're strategizing on doing that, there's one thing for certain. If you never sell anything, then you will not make any money. Now, I exclude Bitcoin from that because profits can be taken into Bitcoin, right? BTC can be held intercycle if you want to deal with volatility. You don't have to sell it as well. Okay, you can just hold it and think it's going to go to $1 million. You just hold Bitcoin, you don't care. But the day will come when the bear market comes back and all those altcoins that look so damn cool right now, they're going down, man, which is a normal part of the market cycle. And when the euphoria is high and the greed is all over your timeline and those top signals are flashing, I made a whole video on that. Go and watch it. Okay, just look up Lark Davis top signals. You'll find it. Link in the description. Actually, throw it in the description. But yes, you will need to sell. You will need to sell, or you will watch that life-changing money evaporate into nothing. Just imagine how it's going to feel. The vast majority of people who do buy low, this is the crazy thing, the vast majority of people who do buy low will simply round trip their bags, watching their paper gains turn likely sometimes from millions into realized losses in the depths of the bear market. You can break down investors kind of like this. Number one, those who buy low and sell high. That's who you want to be. That's maybe 1 in 10 people can actually have the mental fortitude to do that properly. Two, those who buy low and then sell low after watching their portfolio soar to millions. That's a tough one. Don't be that guy. And number three, those who buy high at the market peak and then sell low. That's probably 7 in 10 investors. They'll realize disgusting losses. It's not who you want to be. Okay. That's not where you want to be in the market. And that's not you watching now. I don't want that to be you. Unless you're seeing this video in late 2025, then I'm sorry for your coming losses. Sorry, you got here at the wrong time. The sooner you realize that everything I said is true in this video, then the sooner you can be the 1 in 10 investor, not the majority of investors who will get their asses handed to them this cycle. Good luck. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.